and welcome friends to another episode of Fire Emblem discussion. Today we're going to look at just a few comments because they only got a few comments this week. And that's okay. And I'm sorry if you comment after this video is recorded and posted. Sorry I missed your comment, and I'll respond to any future comments you put or whatever. I'll try to make it up to you. Anyways, first we're going to start off with a comment from Ninja Bunny, who says, "Not to be that guy who talks about how Fire Emblem takes from Berwick, but that's exactly like Berwick Saga." And again, when he says Berwick, he means Berwick Saga, which is a game released by Turnanog, which is a company started by Shozu Kaga after he left Nintendo, after he left Intelligent Systems. So it's a Fire Emblem-like game, but Berwick Saga is, I don't know, it just has a lot of different things you actually raise horses, and anyone can use a horse. My understanding is you have shields and stuff you equip. It's a much deeper Fire Emblem game, and I think it's where Fire Emblem should have gone, rather than what it did in the GBA era, where it took a step back from what was being done even in Genealogy, or even honestly what was being done in Book 2 of FE3. I think the GBA games were just a step back, and I didn't appreciate that. But but anyways, so once Kaga left Intelligent Systems, he started his own company, or joined another company, or got a group of developers together, whatever happened, and he made Tearing Saga, and then he made the sequel to that, which takes place in the same world, Berwick Saga. So yeah. So anyways, Ninja Bunny continues and says, in Berwick Saga, you're given a base that you can boost units, go shopping, etc. And you're also given multiple maps to play per chapter, and one of them will advance you to the next chapter. So I think that's interesting that, Kaga did it first. It's generally how it goes. That's the joke, right? If they do go this route, I think it would be really good for Three Houses, especially the multiple maps. I like that idea that you have multiple maps you can play per chapter, but only one of them will advance you to the next story bit or the next chapter. And I think that's how they could handle the three different houses. They're talking about how you're gonna have to choose a house, but maybe they're just kind of messing with us, and it's gonna be more of a mission-based thing, where on this mission you have you take the Black Eagles, on this one you take the Golden Deer or whatever they are. And I think if that's what they go for, I am all for it. That'd make me so happy. I'd honestly have one really long game than three, games that feel too short or too samey, which is what I feel like we got with Fates. We had 3 separate games, but they all borrowed maps from each other and stuff like that, which is fine, honestly, if they wouldn't have charged for all 3. I mean, even if they would have just charged $10 for the extra games, that would have been better. But for some reason, it felt like a lot to pay $20 for Birthright after I played Conquest, and then another $20 after I played Birthright and Conquest to play Revelation, which is basically just playing Conquest. It's basically just playing Revelation, except you could use Conquest characters, and you get the true ending, which is whatever. But anyways, I hope that I like the idea, Ninja Bunny. I hope they go with that, is what I'm trying to say. Next, we have Irk Power, who says a lot of stuff. So I'm going to paraphrase. Irk Power essentially has two theories. I'll read this part, though. It says, by the way, these 2 theories are based on my optimistic belief that the 3 countries will not go to war with each other, and that so he doesn't want the countries to go to war, and he believes that, or kind of hopes that, more like that either the church is just gonna be straight up evil, or the church is gonna be a good thing, but it has a corrupted leader, similar to how Nurgle handled the Black Fang in FE7. So it's generally a good group. The Black Fang wasn't inherently evil, but Nurgle made them evil, essentially. Based on the revelation of the church being corrupt or evil or whatever, he's saying they might leave that location to another location or whatever else. They being Byleth and friends. So I think that's a strong possibility. I mean, it's a JRPG, so of course the church is going to be evil. I mean, I'd love to play a JRPG where the church isn't evil. Just kidding. I'd played Octopath Traveler. The church isn't evil in Octopath Traveler. It's actually pretty dope. One of the main characters is just super faithful and happy and helpful and just a good person, and her church ends up still being good. Who would have guessed that could happen in a JRPG, right? All right, so those were the 2 comments we got on this week's Fire Emblem discussion video. So there's your community feedback for the week. If you want to be featured in a video in the future, make sure just to comment, and I'll get to you. I read every single comment. I try to respond and talk about as many of them as I can. On top of commenting, make sure to like the video. It's ridiculous how much liking helps with visibility, but it does. And please, if you haven't, subscribe. I'm trying to build in subscribers. I have weekly goals I'm trying to meet, and it'd be really helpful if you guys could give me a hand, and then we can grow together and grow this community and have a fun place where we can have Fire Emblem discussions and just have a good time, have a good, safe, happy environment to talk in.